Hello everyone, I'm Luke Branquinho here at the Dodge City Roundup with Brittany Tonozzi. We were both up this morning. You had a little bit more luck. You get to come back in the perf. I had to run both of them in the slack. So, how'd it go this morning for you?
It went well. I rode actually the only horse I have right now. Her name is Birdie, and I haven't always had a whole lot of luck here at Dodge City, but it went well, and we'll run again tonight and see how it goes.
We talk about Dodge City. They were one of the rodeos last year that really stepped up and came through the COVID year. The ground, when it rains here anywhere, it's not that great, but they do a great job preparing the ground for you girls, don't they?
They do. I think Haley actually set a record here last year, and it's always known to be good and fast, and throughout the years they've really stayed consistent, and it's always been a rodeo that I've chose to come to.
Yeah, last year was the second year I came, made the short round, and again, the committee, such great hospitality. They take care of us really well, and again, that COVID year, it was tough, but they put it together and had a great rodeo. I've always said after Cheyenne is the fourth quarter rodeo, crunch time. If you're in the top 5 of the world standings, you kind of, you're still going hard to win as much as you can, put yourself in contention for a gold buckle, but we're not in that situation right now. What does the next fourth quarter rodeo look like for you?
Well, I have been lucky enough to not ever been in this situation except for one other time. It didn't end so well for me, but I like to have a little bit of cushion. I perform better with a little cushion, but that's not how it's going to end up for me this year. Or I think that you're kind of in the same boat, and I'm just going to have to fight till the end and hope everything kind of goes my way. I've had some plaguing injuries with horses, and I don't have the team that I usually have, and that makes it a little bit more difficult. I have one solid rodeo horse and a 4-year-old, and so we're driving to the rodeos and trying to make it work. But I'm at a spot where I can't slow down, and I'm just gonna play it till the end, till September 30th.
Entered up everywhere you can get to?
Yes, I actually have one thing in my corner. My husband is amazing at entering me. I'm like, you have me entered where, and how am I actually going to make that? But he's really good and on top of it, and without my team, I wouldn't even be in this position. So I'm thankful to have all of them, and I have Courtney, an Australian girl that she's been with me for 2 years, and Garrett and Tinley are going to go home, and me and Courtney are going to go to the Northwest.
Yeah, having a support system like that's huge. Same with the Bulldoggers. We have our families at home supporting us, and then again, Jacob Talley's been doing the entering, and I wasn't actually looking at any of the business journals, and then I started counting my rodeos, and it's going to be tough for me to get to my 85. I'm 14th in the world standings right now, and so I started opening up the business journal, looking at it to see where I can and can't go. What rodeos would benefit me more, and being old veterans like we are, obviously it's beneficial to have those guys in your corner, and they'll get you wherever you need to go. And again, Garrett has entered, another veteran, and helps you get around and makes a big deal.
Yeah, it does, and I have no doubt in my mind that you will be there comes December. You always seem to pull through, but this year I have a horse that's kind of a little bit more building specific. She likes tighter buildings, which would be great when I get to the NFR, but right now when we're outside and we have a lot of big outdoor standard pattern runs, it's been a little trying and a little challenging, but we're making it work, and we're just counting every penny and just gonna fight till the end.
Yeah, and I mean in the steer wrestling it's a little bit easier. We can go ahead and borrow people's horses. In the barrel racing it's not quite so easy, so
no, it's not.
Having a good mount that you can take everywhere is huge for you guys. After rodeo, this probably gonna be my last year going hard, and spend some more time at home with the family and doing that deal. What about yourself? How many more years you got in you?
I feel like our event is more off what you have underneath you. If you have an amazing horse underneath you, which I do, but like I said, my horse is a little bit more building specific, but if you have a good group of horses, you got to go. there's so much money to be won that you can pick and choose and make the NFR without just beating it up and down the road if you have those type of horses. And I feel like until I get that group again, I'm going to kind of pull back. We opened a rehab. It's called Conquer Equine, and we are swimming horses, spawn horses, conditioning horses, and it's kind of a fun change. It's neat to kind of be on the other side of it and not just beating it up and down the road all the time. So I think I'm going to kind of steer my energy towards that a little bit more, and the futurities. We have a stallion, a guy with proof, and his baby's doing really, really well. And I might focus my energy more towards that. But then if I go out and win San Antonio and win San Angelo or whatever, then I think it's good that I have a lot of avenues to kind of go. And then if one thing's not working for me, I can kind of just go to the next.
Yeah, you're talking about San Antonio, San Angelo, the American rodeos like that. It could make a big difference in how somebody rodeos throughout the year. You go out there, win the American. All right, well, makes sense to go what we can go to, and like you said, we talked about the fourth quarter. If you're in that top, just kind of coast, go where you can, and win what you do, and make the NFR. But sounds like to me you're just going to ease around and find another group of horses until you're ready to go again then.
Yeah, I have some really good futurity horses coming up next year, and the futurities with all the stallion incentives, they're paying amazing, and if you have a good futurity year, you can win more than what you can rodeoing. So and not be pounding up and down the road and having to deal with trucks and trailers. I had to get a new axle last week. Fun things like that, where at least the futurities you go for the week and then you come home. But I've been doing this, what have we been doing this for, 17, 18 years now?
21 for me, but yeah.
Okay. Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm bad at math. I think you were rodeoing 1 year earlier than I was,
right.
And it's kind of all we know, right? And so it will be weird if I don't go, but also I have a 4-year-old daughter, and
right.
She's starting school and fun things like junior rodeo, and we actually went to Steamboat last week, and she competed at the Steamboat Rodeo in the Pee-wees, and it was amazing. I had more fun doing that than I've had all summer. So life's kind of changing a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I know for me, since 2016, I've got to spend a lot more time at home with, the WCR ERA year in 16, and then getting hurt 17, 18, and 19, and then the COVID year. But you're exactly right. I got a 13-year-old, a 11-year-old, and then Bear's going to be 6 this year. But getting to watch them compete, it gives a new energy to rodeo, where you're not out here beating yourself up and down the road, but you get to go and enjoy and watch the youth of rodeo, and especially when your kids are in it, it makes a big difference.
Yeah. Well, you only have so much time with them, and once that's gone, you never get that back. And so my priorities are going to be switching more towards her and spending as much time as possible, because as everybody tells me, it goes fast. I don't know, but the years are fast and the days are long, right? We've been rodeoing with a 4-year-old this summer. The days have been very long at times, but I can't wait to go junior rodeos and hang out and have fun. And
well, the thing about it, she's probably going to have a good mount once she gets to the rodeos and gets to that level. Back to your business venture, you guys sound like you're getting it started, going good. What are you doing for conditioning your horses as far, obviously feed-wise?
Right. Well, so at our rehab at Conquer, we have, right now we have a 35 stall barn. It is completely full. We've only been open for 2 months. We only offer Purina feeds at the rehab, and it's been really cool seeing horses that maybe weren't on Purina feeds or were on something else, and come in and just blossom and bloom and look like $1 million whenever they leave. And so I've been really excited to see that, and also educating people on what Purina has to offer, and being able to have that horse for 30 days and show them how much better their horse looked and things like that. So that part of it's really neat to see. And then we swim horses. We have an above ground tread. They actually walk into the treadmill. The water fills up, and we can adjust the levels depending on if there's an injury or we're just conditioning. And then we have a saltwater spa. It is 36 degrees, and yeah, they stay in it for about 15 minutes. And then we also have an incline treadmill. They basically do a brisk walk up hills. So we have those 3 pieces of equipment plus a laser, AccuScope. You need it, we got it. So
sounds like I need to hang out there for myself. Great opportunity for people to get their horses back into shape and get them where they need to go. Talking about nutrition, whether you're feeding a yearling all the way to a equine senior, Purina has everything in between. And I've seen it in the horses that I've had in my career. Even before I was with Purina, that was the feed of choice. I remember going to the national finals, and Purina would have big bins of feed, and that's what we fed. And we could see a difference not only in the timed event barrel horses, but that's what the majority of the rough stock animals get. They get that energy, they get everything they need out of it. And Purina has done a great job. We've been to the farm, where they produce everything and test everything, and what it does to get to that point of sale is amazing what they put into it.
Yeah, we like I said earlier, we have all aspects of the industry at our place, from brood mares to weanlings to yearlings, all the way up. And you can just see the different quality in horse flesh with the horses that are fed the Purina than the ones that are not.
And this heat in the summertime, is there anything special you give them or don't give them, just because, obviously water consumption in this heat and anything like that?
So right now I am feeding 3 feeds. I'm feeding the Ultium Gastric, I am feeding Impact Professional Performance, and the Well-Solved low starch. And I've been super happy. The great thing about Purina is they put so much in the bag as far as minerals and electrolytes and things like that you really don't have to feed much. They already have the gastric support and things, so it's nice that you open the bag, you throw a scoop in, and your horse is taken care of.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. I had a horse many years ago that for some reason they said was diabetic, which you don't think of that in livestock really, but that Well-Solved was amazing. It kept the sugars low, and his energy levels stayed high, but I didn't have to worry about him getting into that state of too much sugar in his system. Right.
And so I've had some problems with tying up horses and things like that, and so I've put them on the low starch, and it's been great. And I just add some oil to it for fat, and off we go.
Yeah, and again, we can't thank Purina enough as competitors to what they do to help our horses perform. Again, we talk about getting up and down the road. What, with your family with you, Tinley's going to go with you. You have, I can't think of her name right now, Courtney coming out. That makes a huge difference. And them knowing it's easy to put a scoop of feed in a bucket, you don't have to worry about it. I mean, Tinley's 4 years old.
Right.
She can go feed your horses for you because everything's in that one scoop.
Yep. That's correct. And I don't really see weight loss on the road. My horses stay fat, they stay shiny, and that's one less thing I have to worry about when I'm having to deal with other things like injuries and axles and things like that. I don't have to worry about that. My horse is getting fed the proper nutrition and that they are feeling their best.
And Garrett, he's going to stay home. You say he's going to go home circuit rodeo and hold down the fort?
Yeah, he's going home. We're actually going to build a covered arena, so somebody's got to kind of go man that. And it's funny because we have so much going on. It's just like, okay, this is your job, this is my job, this is your job, this is my job, and we've kind of we roll that way. And he didn't have quite the year that he wanted to, and so he's going to take Tinley home, and she's going to go to school, and he's going to man the ship, and then hopefully I can try to make the finals.
Things opened up pretty good for school-wise? I mean, does she get to go?
Yeah, so she's just in pre-K.
Right.
And it's just half a day at a little Bible church, and so, yeah.
So he'll get a half a day of kind of doing what he needs to do.
Yeah.
And then...
I'm just worried that they're going to not make it to school on time. That is the main concern. I'm like, you two like to sleep till 9:30. I don't know how y'all are both going to make it, but they'll figure it out.
That's funny. We were talking about it. My boys start school here, 2 weeks, and
Yeah.
you know, sleeping in a little bit in the weekdays. I'll get them up, and you know, hey, we got to go work a little bit, and you know, that's around 7:30. And Cade came to me and said, hey, Dad, when you're gone, can I go over to Grandma and Grandpa's house so I could you know, start working on getting up early? I said, but just set your alarm. I don't ever hear my alarm. In fact, I don't ever hear you when you come in to tell me to get up for school. So yeah, I could see the being late for school for sure.
Yeah, they are. They both have the Tonozzi genes. They like to stay up late at night and party and sleep late. And I'm the opposite. I'm like, go to bed at 9:30, wake up at 6.
Yeah,
So,
get the day started right.
they're gonna have to figure it out.
Well, again, we, you know, fourth quarter hammered down. I'm gonna be right there
Yep.
with you and win as much as we can, and come
You know, there's
December
still
30th.
a lot of money to be won.
Yeah.
There really is. The second week the Caldwell week coming up, my goodness, there's a lot of money to still be won. So, like, we just got to put our heads down and get after it.
Bear down. And I know my brother Tony put this on his Facebook page. You know, when I get older, you start thinking about injuries, you start thinking about, and not doubting yourself, but you're like, how do I get back to that level that I was at 10 years ago? And he put something on there. You know, you could have all the support in the world, but
Right.
there's one person that, you know, has to be all in. You know, everybody's all in for us, but it's yourself. You know, if you're
Yes.
not confident in yourself, there's no reason to be out there. And reading that, it made me go, okay, I'm still in the top 15. I need to get that confidence. I need to believe in myself. And I mean, no different than you, whether your horse is a great indoor horse, outdoor horse, you know you have to have that confidence going in.
Yeah, and you can't have one foot out the door. I mean, you got to fight, like I keep saying, fight to the bitter end, because if you've got one foot out the door, then it's easy to keep going that way. And you know, there's Salinas at the end of the year, and I love that rodeo. It's been really good to me, and I keep thinking, you know what, I see to make the tour finals and capitalize there, and just see how it plays out.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit concerned with, you know, the way things are going with the COVID side of things, that we might be getting shut down, especially since we are going to the Northwest.
right.
That's got me a little concerned, but I'm hoping that kind of just pushes aside.
Yeah, I know they're still pretty high on outdoor activities, being able to do what you do, but indoor, I know they're shutting down in California, masking up and doing all that. I'm sure Oregon and Washington will follow suit.
Right.
Again, Las Vegas, I just heard that they put a mask mandate indoors, so
Yes.
it will be interesting to see, you know, where the next several weeks or the next 2 months go for rodeo, especially on the West
Right,
Coast.
right.
You know, Salinas, right there close to the Bay Area. You know, if they get a wild hair and decide to shut down, we may not have a tour rodeo. And they said, or the tour finale, and the tour finale is supposed to pay like Dallas used to. There could be somebody
Right.
win 20 grand. So
Yes.
that's why I'm in the situation, or in the mentality, we're going to fight every day. And if we get to go to Salinas, great. But
Right.
try to have them made before that, and then just ease around if we don't.
Yep. And we just gotta, you know, see how it goes.
Right.
Ride the wave.
Well, Brittany Tonozzi, the best of luck to you for the next, we got 7 weeks left.
Yeah.
So
And good luck to you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Get after them. We'll see you in Vegas.
All right. Sounds good.